Yeah, I don't know.
Cool. Okay. I mean, just to be clear, I don't think you're a sex predator. I think that probably is clear
Yeah,
already.
that's what you think. Yeah. Well, we don't know. Hold on. Max's article isn't out yet. Okay.
Um,
We
but
don't
yeah.
know yet.
Do you think? Okay, let me ask you this, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and I'm gonna be Max right now. Okay. I'm
Based.
gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm ready to be cancelled by your chat.
Go. Do what you want. Do your
So-
worst.
Okay. Let's say that this was structured like Max sometimes presents it, which is like an office setting, right? And the dynamic exists, and you're the boss, and these people are your underlings. Do you think that what you were doing would constitute some form of like sexual misconduct if there was like an official, organized structure in place?
Almost certainly, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's fine. Because I guess the thing
Well,
is,
but to go a step farther, I mean, like, but I'm not anybody's boss here, right? Like, if there was somebody whose like only path to success was like through me, and they were like my employee, and I'm like determining whether or not to have them or not have them on stream based on our sexual history, like that would be really fucked up in a boss setting. Now, even absent a boss setting, it could still be really fucked up. But like, this is why I've said this in the past, and I'll say it again. For what it's worth, but I mean, Max thinks I'm a master manipulator anyway. But like, if any girl out there has ever in their entire life thought that like I have ever held my stream over them to come on stream for sex, I've never ever done that in my entire life. Not even a single fucking, not even when I was a bad person in my 20s. I've never done that ever. Like, and again, that's right, like almost, and I'm pretty sure like almost every girl that I've fucked with, like fucked, and then every girl that has also been on stream that I fucked, like almost all of them I've had like explicit conversations like, hey, listen, like I know we've messed around in the past, like if you ever want to come on stream and chat or whatever, you want to do that, like that's fine. It has nothing to do with any sexual relationship or anything like that. Like even with the lab stuff, because when we'd hooked up, I think that was like, I don't want to get my tongue wrong, but I think that was like a month or two before she even started coming on stream a lot. And I wasn't hitting on her at all. When she was starting to come into my Discord a lot and argue with people, we weren't sexting, we weren't trading nudes, we weren't even flirting, nothing like that. Like we hooked up once and then we were just like kind of friendly after that. So like there's never ever been like this trade of sexual favors for coming on my stream ever. And if any girl feels differently, you have full permission to leak all of her text message or anything. Yeah, that's just never happened, But if it did happen, it would be really fucked up. I would agree, 100%.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I guess that the argument from there would be, like, is there like an implicit suggestion or is there anything unsaid that could lead to that conclusion? You know? I mean, obviously, I don't know 'cause I can't see your fucking DMs, but...
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Like, this was one of the things that I was a little worried about for Max, that you could spin this as, so like here's something that you could theoretically say, right? So there's going to be a natural progression of like, I'm talking to somebody, we're talking a lot, we're really friendly, we also start like fucking, like maybe we're chatting a lot, maybe they come on stream, and then we kind of like, because like naturally you talk to people more or less, maybe we stop talking, maybe we stop fucking, maybe they stop coming on stream, that like you could probably find like a few of these people and like spin it goes, well, look, the last time they had sex was like January 17th and January 18th was the last time she ever came on stream, and make it look like a really malicious thing, when in reality, oh, well, you know, we probably just stopped talking as much, we stopped hanging out as much, they stopped coming on stream as much, like it just kind of like happened. It wasn't like, oh, you're not fucking me? No, you're not gonna get on stream anymore, fuck you, bitch. Like that would be like the only thing I can think of. But yeah, I mean, like implicitly you can find anything anywhere you want to find, but that's why I'm very explicit when it comes to like boundaries and shit or sex related to stream stuff. Like there are people that I stopped having sex with like years earlier that like would still come on stream in the future, and there was like never a problem with that. I was never like, oh, you're not coming on anymore, you're not giving me pussy anymore, I don't want to talk to you, blah blah blah. Like that's just never happened. But yeah, but you know, what are you gonna do?
How do you feel about Max now? What's your kind of thought process there?
I surprisingly, past Destiny was just so prescient. I think I had a conversation with him. I think it was the second serious conversation we had where I said, listen, people try to fuck me over the time, but I think for the most part, when people try to fuck me over, it's not because they're actually evil. They actually do think they're in the right, or they're like, they've found something that they need to like expose. And I think that's kind of what happened to Max. Like, people say I'm naive, but like, I don't actually think Max is like an evil person. In terms of like he intentionally is trying to like destroy people or destroy me or whatever. I think he does think he's doing the right thing, but I mean, yeah. What else? What am I going to say about it?
No, sure.
Obviously, I disagree, but yeah. And he's got like severe problems with like empathizing with people or understanding how people think or any of that shit that like severely inhibits his ability to have a good perspective on almost anything. But what are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like he genuinely was like hurt by what happened, you know, and felt abused or whatever, and then he's trying to find that abuse. As I've said from the start, I think that if you're the victim of abuse, I don't know if you can lead an investigation into it, particularly if you're reaching out and saying, "I'm a victim of abuse. Are you a victim of abuse too?" or whatever it is. But
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of issues there. I think initially I was just really upset about everything because like the idea of him messaging like random women that I've known professionally that I have never in my life even had a remotely sexual relationship with, like people like Hafu, that he's like reaching out and DMing, like there is that issue. And there was the fact that he keeps saying, I don't know if he said this recently, but he would keep saying like, me and multiple women are ready to come forward. And he would keep saying that to everybody. And the problem when you say something like that is you've presented no evidence, but now you're like pretty resolutely putting in people's minds that like, oh, wow. So there's like multiple women that are ready to accuse Destiny of this shit. Like something pretty serious happened. It was like, no, there's not. That's fucking bullshit. Like you've got like, you're building everything off of Lav and Anna's story and maybe one other random girl that's messaged you. But like, that's so fucking annoying that he keeps saying that to so many fucking people. That's just, that irritates the fuck out of me.
this isn't speaking to the Doc Max's thing. I don't know what exactly he's going to come out with, but are you familiar with the concept of the CDO, the allegation CDO?
This sounds like a phrase that I literally invented. Why? Who's?
Well, I thought it might have been. I got it from a comment somewhere, and I thought maybe it was you.
I think so. Yeah, the
like
idea
tranches.
Collateralized debt obligation is where you tranche together a whole bunch of different types of investments in order to build the overall, to reduce the volatility of the overall package and get like a good high return on it. Yeah. So you're like throwing together a bunch of shit allegations, but if you get together enough of them, they can have the impression of being more solid than they actually are. Yeah. That was another thing I was issued about as well, because it's like if let's say you got like 4 girls and all of them had bullshit allegations against me. Fuck, you know, nobody wants to be responding to 4 girls with bad allegations sexually about you. Like even if you're 100% correct, it just looks so fucking horrible, you know?
Yeah, I think the Andrew Callahan is the most recent example of this in action, right? Like some of the allegations are literal bullshit. Like he likes getting his dick sucked and not eating her out in return, and that was added as an allegation.
Yeah, I don't like. The thing that is the saddest about that is anytime a bunch of allegations come out or a bunch of people saying something, I start to look at it like there might be something here. And I think with that Andrew Callan guy, he might be a little creepy. There might be something. But man, did that girl fuck up by throwing in so much stupid random shit on top of it.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. I really have got little sympathy for people that do that anymore.
Like he's got a list of girls that will like give him head, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, why the fuck are you throwing this in with like sexual assault allegations? Like, are you a fucking idiot?
It's pretty wild to go from like a literal brutal rape to like, oh, you know, he was dating people that look young, according to my friend.
Oh, yeah. No. That wasn't even according to her friend. That was according to something that her friend heard. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
And that wasn't even underage girls. It was girls that looked young. Something that my friend heard. So this girl told me that her friend heard that he was hooking up with girls that looked young. I'm like, what the fuck? We're on like 7 levels of like autism at this point. Like, I don't know. That was dumb. That was stupid. But...
Someone in my chat said that you got spreadsheets on which girls are down to fucking specific cities. Is that true?
You know, don't worry about my personal life, okay? I keep all that under wraps now, okay? All that is under wraps now.
Okay, well, that speaks enough to it. That's fine. Okay. I mean, what else is there? I feel like we have covered a lot of stuff. Are we speaking for an hour? Is there anything else?
All right. Bye. Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed.